They come from all across the world, from many different lands. The brave from Britain, the confident from America, the determined from Japan, and anyone else, anywhere else, who wants to step up to the challenge. 100 challengers compete across a 4-stage obstacle course devised by the devil. Success means glory. Failure means humiliation. It truly is win or die. Many have tried. Very few have succeeded. But they all have one goal: to become the next champion. This is Ninja Warrior of Halo! This is Ninja Warrior of Halo! You're nearly there! Come on, Ray! Yes! 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 He's done it! And with 3.1 seconds still on the clock, Re95 has achieved total victory and has become the ultimate champion of Ninja Warrior of Halo. Wow! He's doing the same technique as Smokey, gonna pole vault it. No, he's not! Drago! Go on, Smokey! You can do it! It's your destiny! Smokey! He's done it! And with 2.9 seconds to spare!
But Smokey's going to go straight for it, gets the jump into the trampoline. Smokey comes up short! He's undone by the jumping spider, and he fails the first stage. Ninja Warrior of Halo. We have had 19 tournaments across more than 8 years of competition. In that time, there have been 1,300 attempts on the course by almost 800 different people. There have been 161 Stage 1 clears achieved by 56 different people, 79 Stage 2 clears by 28 different people, 6 Stage 3 clears by 4 different people, and 2 of them completed the final stage to become a Grand Champion. We have created so many incredible memories on this course. Now, it's time to create some more. Hello guys, I'm Hunt Unit 751 and welcome back to Ninja Warrior of Halo. In Tournament 16, All-Star Smokey Massacre made history as he successfully completed all 4 stages of this course to become only the second ever Grand Champion in Ninja Warrior of Halo's history. As a result of Smokey's success, the entire course was completely redesigned. And although we have seen a new generation of competitors step up to the course on the Xbox One, so far no one has been up to the challenge of this redesigned course. In the most recent tournament, 100 challengers stepped up once again to take on the 4-stage course, and we saw defeat like we have never seen it before. 97 challengers were eliminated by the first stage. Flame, Puma, and Gotenks were the only competitors that reached Stage 2. But one by one, their challenge came to an end as well. Puma did at least manage to reach the 3rd stage before his run came to an end at the hang climb. And Tournament 19 ended in defeat. But today sees the start of another tournament, the landmark 20th in the history of the show. For this landmark tournament, several competitors from the past have been invited back to compete.
Hey, I'm formerly known as Irish 1200, and after 6 years, I'm no longer a squeaker, and I'm here for Ninja Warrior Halo Tournament 20.
It feels good to be coming back to it for the 20th anniversary tournament. I'm pretty excited, and I hope I can do pretty well.
They will compete alongside the newcomers and next generation of competitors.
Man, it's crazy. Tournament 20, man, this is just crazy. Thank you for having me. It's one of the coolest ones so far.
And it feels pretty great to be back. It's Tournament 20. It's going to be wild. A lot of craziness happened. You just got to watch out for the ankle biters. Every time I was practicing, it's all over the place, getting in the way. But
It feels good to be a part of a 20th tournament. I've only competed for a couple of these 20 tournaments, but it still feels good to be part of such a milestone.
Last tournament didn't go so well for me. I failed the first obstacle. I'm hoping I can do a lot better this tournament. The obstacle I'm most worried about is the half pipe. But if I can get past that, I think I stand a good chance at clearing stage 1 this tournament.
Yeah, man, this stage 1 is real hard, man. It's like trying to get out of the hood, and I really can't get out of there, man. It's just hard. But I'm real scared of that half pipe attack, man, because, it reminds me when I tried to steal this man's car, and I couldn't get the car, so the cops came up me, so I just ran up a half pipe, and I fell, and then I went to jail for that shit.
They will be joined by the veterans who've had success in the past and have high expectations for this tournament.
As long as I can get past the half pipe attack, that would be great, but, I really want to beat stage 1.
I feel like I've practiced enough that I feel good on the flying chute and everything, but that half pipe is a problem.
I think my target for this tournament goal is to try to complete stage 1.
My goal is hopefully this is for everybody else, but just to beat stage 1, to come in here to beat stage 1, not to fail it, and I'd be happy if I beat stage 1.
My goal for every tournament I ever compete in is to make. If I don't make stage 3, I don't think there's any reason that I should have even bothered competing in it.
My goal for this tournament is like every tournament, total victory. I mean, does it happen? No, but I mean that's my goal every tournament.
Well, my goal in every tournament, and this is no exception, is to get total victory. So, I'm always gonna be bummed when I fail.
This tournament is also the first to take place since the 10-year anniversary of Halo jumping. And with that in mind, we have a special face here today.
Hello, my darlings. It's my yard here, and welcome to Spartan Warrior. Oh wait, this isn't it, is it? No. Oh, sorry. Hi, I'm the creator of Spartan Warrior. I'm too lazy to make these shows anymore.
Surely the most confident challengers, though, will be the 3 competitors that did manage to clear stage 1 last time out.
It's tough, but I've been putting in a good amount of practice. I don't think there's one obstacle that will get me, but it's just they could all get me if I'm not careful.
My goal is to get to stage 3.
Ooh, this is a final stage or bust tournament. There's no reason why I shouldn't be there, but I just have to stay focused and clear.
And what of the All-Stars, the most successful competitors in the history of the course, who last time out all failed the first stage, and expectations for them will be higher than for any other competitors.
My goal is to be, get first place and a total victory like I did on abs, but I mean, this course is a little more difficult than abs. It's not your walk in the park, it's Ninja Warrior Halo.
My target is to borrow a phrase from my home nation. It's coming home, it's coming home, it's coming. Mic drop.
I think stage 1 has always been a tough one, and you look at what happened in tournament 19. Obviously, I went out on the jumping spider, so that's gonna be in the back of my head throughout my entire run, I think. So if I can get past that, that would be really nice. The jumping spider is still a super tough obstacle, and I think last tournament I took it for granted, and I do not plan on making that mistake again.
Expectations will be higher than ever before with this being the 20th tournament. We are guaranteed to have fails though, and the only thing our 100 challengers have in common is that their challenge will begin on the first stage. This stage 1 remains relatively unchanged from the last tournament, with the most notable difference being the first obstacle, the rapid climb. Making its first appearance since tournament 4, this version of the obstacle is contrived of both versions used on Halo Reach. Then it heads into the unchanged ball drop, and then a slightly modified pole maze where the jump into the head slide has been made slightly easier. From there, it's the jumping spider, where the jump into the spider has also been made easier, but you can no longer sprint directly off of the trampoline. The second half of stage 1 remains identical, starting off with the half-pipe attack, that then leads into the classic warped wall, followed by the flying chute, which only 4 competitors cleared in the last tournament, and then finally the Tarzan jump into the rope ladder to complete stage 1. If any competitor can complete these 9 obstacles in the 130-second time limit, they will advance to stage 2. The wait is finally over, guys. Let's kick off Ninja Warrior of Halo's 20th tournament. We have so many returning competitors to look forward to in this tournament. But sadly, not everyone that we were hoping to get back today was able to make the trip. One of those competitors is the All-Star and good friend of mine, Dom de Bomb X. Dom first competed on this course all the way back in Tournament 3 and made 14 consecutive appearances on the course during the Xbox 360 era. He established himself as one of the most dedicated and most successful competitors on the course, and that's what made him an All-Star. His last appearance came in Tournament 16, the final Xbox 360 tournament, where he put on his personal best, reaching the cliffhanger, and then he retired after that tournament. There was high hopes that Dom would be back for this 20th tournament, running as number 1 on stage 1. But unfortunately, Dom has had to pull out at the last second, which means now we need a replacement for Dom. And we think we may have found it. This is Dom de Bomb X. Newcomer, he is Dom's long-lost brother. And I say long-lost because he never heard of him before now. Let's see how he does. 130 seconds for 9 obstacles. And he's passed the first jump on the rapid climb. And you can tell he's happy about it. Messing around just like Dom normally would, although at least Dom would take the course seriously once he was actually on the course. He is really milking this right now. Oh no. Oh dear God. Okay. Right. That just happened. Moving on. Let's see our second competitor. This is Drew TV 37. Another newcomer. Oh, and he's brought a friend along with him, who's decided to head for the waters. Let's hope Drew does a little bit better than him. 130 seconds for 9 obstacles. Takes a few shots at the ground. Oh, no, where you going? Yep, course is that way, Drew. Let's go. He's off now. No, and he's out now. He fails the first jump. Bad luck, Drew. Next up, we have another newcomer. This is Mumbles Fogarty, or Fogarty, whichever you prefer. Another competitor making his debut in this 20th tournament. Big fan. Let's see how he does. Let's hope he can at least get past the first jump. Which he can't do! No, Mumbles! This is a horrible start to the tournament. Well, no, at least Dom at least cleared the first jump before he then decided to flop into the water. Now we have Crazy Monkey 13, another newcomer. Let's see if it's 4th time's the charm on the first jump. There we go. He's heading through nicely up the tower, onto the platforms, makes the huge jump over the pond, and he clears the first obstacle. Finally. We get to see the ball drop now. Rolling the ball down the track very quickly, and he dismounts early. Off to a fast pace so far, as he heads for the pole maze. Onto the pole, up the head slide, into the maze, and then out the other side. This guy is setting a cracking pace so far. Makes the first 3 competitors look like ass. Now he's onto the jumping spider, hits the trampoline, but not nicely enough. He fails to get inside the spider. Crazy Monkey ran out of crazy. Now for our first returning competitor, this is Wolf Ninja 1225. He made his debut in the last tournament, and it didn't really go according to plan, as he failed the very first obstacle. He was actually number 92 in the last tournament, so he's taken one heck of a drop in the numbers. He's back today, and he clears the first jump, making his way up the tower, onto the platforms. Now he goes for the huge jump, and he clears it nicely. A personal best for Wolf Ninja. Can he crack the ball drop? Rolling on through. Down the first drop. Down the second drop. Doesn't dismount early, but he dismounts now and is through. And onto the pole maze. So many aspects of this obstacle you got to be careful about. Getting onto the pole, getting up the head slide, which he's not managed to do, and it's forced him back down. Can he get it on the second try? No! Wolf Ninja! Ah, he jumped too late on that second attempt and missed the head slide. That now brings us on to Ninjas Are Irish, or Ninja Are Irish. This is his second appearance on the course. He made his debut in the last tournament and failed the half-pipe attack. That was actually one of the best newcomer performances in the last tournament. So he'll be hoping to get there and get further this time around. He clears the rapid climb, no problems. But now for the ball drop. A simple enough obstacle in concept, really, this one. Just roll the ball down the... Oh! Ninjas Irish almost fell off then. A very good save jump keeps him in the game. And another save jump, and he just about makes it through the ball drop. Now for the pole maze. Almost overshoots the pole there, but saves himself. And he can't get up the head slide either. This is what I was saying. If you mess up the jump into the head slide, that can lead to panic as the clock runs down, and that can lead to impatience and result in a mistake. But Irish has kept his cool, and now he heads for the jumping spider. He beat this in the last tournament. Can he do it again? Yes, he can! Nicely done, Irish. Making his way through the inside of the spider and picks up the pace nicely. A minute left on the clock as he hits the half-pipe attack. This is his nemesis. This is where he failed in the last tournament. Can he do it this time? He goes for it into the head slide, but he shoots out the other side. And he's out again. Following on from that, we had 5 more competitors step up to the course, and none of them got very far at all on the course. With the new rapid climb already picking up victims early on. Dunk Grandma did get past the rapid climb, only to become the first victim of the ball drop this tournament. Then RO81228 overshot the pole on the pole maze before Marcus Gamer failed the first jump on the rapid climb. That now brings us on to our next competitor.
Hello peoples, Bubba Ace here, and welcome to the premiere of Tournament 16 of Ninja Warrior Roblox. Alright, okie doo. Well, notice song size, and now it's 127, but it doesn't matter.
Okay, this is Bubba Ace, the host of Ninja Warrior of Roblox. Great name for a show. This is his second appearance. His first appearance last time out, he crashed out on the first jump, but he's not done that today. Nicely done by Bubba. Taking his time a little bit on the tower, not making any mistakes. He wants to clear the first obstacle. Can he do it as he goes for the jump? Oh, he only just made it. You can land on that top barrel, but if you try and land on the 2 lower ones, you will drop into the water. He has made it, and he is now on to the ball drop. Improvement on his last attempt. Making his way through the ball drop quite nicely. Down the second drop, and he dismounts as well. This guy wants to prove himself as a Halo jumper, as well as a Roblox competitor, and as a Roblox host. Now making his way on the pole maze, and he's up the head slide in one go. Nicely done by Bubba. Making his way now to the dismount. And no, Bubba! He forgot to crouch! Bubba goes out on the pole maze, and it was looking so good. What a disappointment. Next up, we have Maddie Cakes 82, another newcomer. This guy is a good friend of the jumping legend Double Ump, which you can see standing beside him on the start line. Let's hope Ump has trained Maddie in the ways of the jumping. Let's find out. He's over the rapid climb nicely. Oh, but he's having a little bit of trouble getting onto the tower. He's up now. Can he make the second jump? Oh, no, Maddie! No, Maddie! That was a terrible jump. I'm not sure if he hit his head on the window there, but either way, he's out. And that now brings us on to our next competitor and another returning competitor. This is Ninja Warrior 718, or as some of us know him, Dante. This is his second appearance on the course. He was number 1 in the last tournament, but he failed the very first jump. So can he improve on his second appearance? Yes, he can. Pass the first jump. Obviously, it's a different obstacle, but it still counts. This rapid climb making its first appearance since tournament 4, and he's through it nicely. And now he's onto the ball drop. Rolling the ball down the track, picking up pace a little bit. He's going for a crouching technique. Nobody uncrouches, and it costs him as he loses control and falls off. But at least he got further than he did last time. Next up, we have Mighty Max 80, another competitor back for his second appearance. He was number 2 in the last tournament. He failed the ball drop when he tried to go for a save jump technique that didn't work. As he learnt from his mistakes this time round. First, he's got to get to the ball drop. As I say, this... Oh, Mighty Max! He almost screwed up the jump then onto the first platform, but he recovers nicely and quickly gets off the rapid climb. Now, let's see if he can get his revenge on the ball drop. He's also going for a crouch technique. Oh, he's going for the save jump technique again. Is it going to work this time? He uses the stopper to make sure. And he gets his revenge. Now for the pole maze. Oh, he almost jumped a bit late there, but he managed to get away with it. Making his way through. Can he get the dismount, which Bubba couldn't? Yes, he can. And he races straight to the jumping spider. Not going to stop. Hits the trampoline, and he's into the spider as well. He's picking up pace. Mighty Max looking good on his second appearance. And he also speeds through the inside of the spider. Now for the half-pipe attack. He's not going to stop again. He goes for it. Oh, he's into the head slide. No, Mighty Max. Oh, no. That was so close. Look at this again. He hits the half-pipe, gets the jump. He almost misses the head slide, but he gets pulled in. But he just got his angles just slightly wrong. If he was looking a little bit more to the right, that might have been an incredible save on the half-pipe attack. But it wasn't to be. Bad luck to Mighty Max. But now brings us on to Talking King. This guy was the last of the first-timers that was amongst the first 3 competitors to go in the last tournament. Jante, Max, and now Talking King. Talking King failed the pole maze in the last tournament. Can he make it 3 out of 3 for getting further than he did last time? He's over the rapid climb comfortably. Onto the ball drop. He managed to do this in the last tournament. That should give him confidence. He's standing up. Walking with the ball quite nicely. And he dismounts before the second drop. Now for the pole maze. Gets onto it nicely, takes his time. It was the jump onto the pole that he screwed up last time. And he gets into the head slide. Now for the dismount. Nicely done, Talking King. Just like Jante and Max, he gets his revenge. Now going for the jumping spider. Can he crack this? Yes, he can. Looking pretty good as well. Takes his time on the first 2 jumps, but then he picks up the pace for the last 2 jumps. And now he's going to take on the half-pipe attack. Can he succeed where Mighty Max failed? He goes forward. Oh, nobody hits his head. He got his jump wrong, and he fails as well. We can now move on to the first of our returning competitors that have been specially invited to this tournament. Next up on the course, we have Emerging Corpse. This guy is part of the gang from the Spartan Warrior days. He competed in the first ever Halo Reach tournament back in 2011. And he did pretty well, getting to the 5th obstacle before running out of time. His second appearance, however, did not go according to plan, as he failed the very first obstacle, which, you guessed it, was the rapid climb. Now, after more than 6.5 years away and 17 tournaments, he's back for his third appearance. And I bet he's really glad to see that the first obstacle is once again the rapid climb. After a 17 tournament gap, can he get his revenge on this obstacle? Starts off pretty nicely. Not the fastest, but not too slow either. Now going for the big jump. Is that going to be enough? Yes, it is! Just about. 6.5 year wait, but he gets his revenge on the rapid climb. Now he's on to the ball drop. Never attempted a ball obstacle on Halo Reach. No, you don't want to shoot it, Corpse! Oh dear, what a terrible mistake that was. But at least he got past the first obstacle. Following on from Corpse, we had more competitors step up, and none of them were up to the challenge. Death Baby almost saved himself on the rapid climb, but it wasn't enough. Fire Actual was getting distracted by laser beams in the background, and he failed on the rapid climb as well. MTB Expert did manage to get to the jumping spider, but didn't get a good enough jump off of the trampoline. Blitzkrieg proved not to be lightning fast, as he jumped too late to get into the head slide on the pole maze. Reaching Tosca was looking good to begin with on the ball drop until he incredibly managed to stop the ball rolling and then started rolling it uphill. He got annoyed, pissed off, and decided to punch the ball, which was not the right option. Finally, NKCA 2018, another fan of the show, made his debut on the course, but he also crashed out on the first jump. Now currently starting his run and just about scraping through the rapid climb is Ninty7 Grizzlies. Back for his 4th appearance today. This guy is the slag of the course, you know, the wally, the twat, the pretty much everything really. Everybody loves Ninty. But yeah, you know, at least I've been kind to him today. I've given him music. He makes a quick exit off the ball drop that works quite nicely. Not bad, Ninty. Now for the pole maze, where he failed last time. He also screwed up the jump onto the pole, but he screws up the jump in the head slide now, but is okay to get another attempt. Will he take advantage? Yes, he will. Well, I say that. He hasn't done the dismount yet. He could always screw it up. No, he doesn't. No, nice job, Ninty. Improving on his last attempt. Can he crack the jumping spider? He goes for it. Oh, no. He just completely flopped into the water. That was quite funny. That now brings us up to 25th competitor already. This is Avow's the Samurai. He's also back for his 4th appearance. He failed the dismount of the pole maze in the last tournament. In fact, that's been a part of a downward spiral for Avow's. His first appearance in Tournament 17, he got all the way to the flying chute. But then he failed the jumping spider, and then he fell even earlier on the pole maze. So he's been on a bit of a downward losing streak, falling earlier and earlier, and he's hoping to put that right today. He's on the ball drop. He's done this obstacle before, not failed it, so that should give him confidence. He rides down both drops and beats it once again. Now, time for some revenge on the pole maze. If Ninty can beat this obstacle, you can too, Avows. Takes his time to try and get up the head slide, but doesn't get it. As I say, this obstacle has been made slightly easier from the last tournament. You only have to jump straight forward this time to get up the head slide rather than jump to the right. He's making his way through. Now the part that he's worried about, the dismount. Can he get it right this time? Yes, he does, and he gets a safe jump to confirm it. Now for the jumping spider. This is where he failed 2 tournaments ago. Can he get his revenge on this obstacle as well? Yes, he can. He's into it. But look at that clock. 55 seconds left already. He is taking a lot of time. There's 2 minutes and 10 seconds is the time limit on this course. But if you don't keep moving at a good pace, that clock will run down mercilessly. He's taking too much time here on the inside of the spider. He gets through it, but it is not looking good for him. Now for the half-pipe attack. No one's beaten this obstacle so far. He goes low, gets into the head slide. No, it vows! He fails the half-pipe attack as well. This obstacle is causing all sorts of damage in this early stage of the tournament. He went low on the half-pipe, ran across it, got a good jump into the head slide, but he got his angles all wrong as well. It's a two-parter, this obstacle, getting your jump off the half-pipe and then getting your angles right into the head slide. He didn't get it right, but at least he did break that losing streak of falling earlier on the course by getting past the pole maze. That now brings us on to Alfie Pool 09, another newcomer. Let's see how he's going to do. I'm liking his green helmet. He's off on the... No, he's not off. Where you going? Alfie? Alfie! 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 Don't be scared of the tank. That wasn't trying to shoot you. It was starting the time limit. Stop shooting the tank. Alfie! Alfie! Stop shooting the tank, Alfie. Just go on. Thank you. Thank you. Go on the course. He clears the first jump at least. He's still shooting the tank. Alfie! Oh, dear God. Bloody Alfie. That now brings us on to our next returning competitor that's been invited back. And this is a trio of returning competitors and returning racers to the course. Next up, we have Turkey Shot 98. And some of you may remember this guy from Tournament 13. This was the guy who, when he attempted the first obstacle, the prism slide, screwed up the jump, but incredibly managed to save himself and get a second attempt. It didn't help him though, as he still failed on his second try and couldn't save it again. But now he's back for his second appearance. Can he get past the first obstacle this time? 130 seconds for 9 obstacles. You might want to put the turret down, Turkey, because as we all know, you can't clear the first jump if you're holding a turret. He does get past the first jump, which I guess is better than last time. But now he's having trouble on this jump to get into the tower. Now he's up it, and he's up that jump as well. Onto the platforms. Can he make this huge jump? Oh no, I think he might have sprinted a bit late there. Yes, he does. He comes up short, and he fails the first obstacle once again. That now brings us on to the second of our racers. Next up, we have I'm So Shift-Faced. That sounds like something else. Shift first competed on this course back in Tournament 14, where, like so many other newcomers, he failed the rolling ball. He returned for his second appearance in Tournament 15, and he did improve, getting to the 5th obstacle, the jump hang, before he crashed out there. He missed Tournament 16, but returned for Tournament 17, the MCC tournament, which was his most recent attempt, where he had a rather unique run. He lost the ball on the ball drop by shooting it, but rather than just give up there and then, he decided to wait for the ball to respawn and then carry on. A unique technique which guaranteed that he wasn't going to have enough time to finish the course, but it did help him progress a little bit further by getting to the jumping spider. Now he is back for his 4th appearance on the course. Let's see how he's going to do. 130 seconds for 9 obstacles. This guy is a real joker. He's almost the pandas of racing, or maybe even the Dom of racing, although Dom was a bit of a racer back in the Halo 4 days as well. What's he looking at? Was he thinking about jumping straight for the circular platforms? Because he made a wise choice not doing that. Can he make this final jump, which Turkey couldn't do? Oh, that was very close, but he does get through it. He's on to the ball drop. Will he have a better attempt at it than he did last time? No, he does not. It was maybe a smart idea to shoot it, but then he just flew right off the other side. And with that, we've now come to the last of our racers. Last up is BXA Real Deal. This is also Real Deal's 4th appearance on the course. He competed 3 times in a row from tournaments 12 through to 14. His first 2 attempts saw him crash out at the rolling ball both times, but in tournament 14, it didn't prove to be 3rd time's the charm, as he didn't even get to the rolling ball, crashing out instead on the first obstacle, the prism jumps. Now he is back again today for his first appearance since tournament 14. Can he get past the first obstacle and at least do better than Turkey? There's also a little bit of a rivalry with these 3 guys. Obviously, there's rivalry on the track, but they've brought a bit of this rivalry to the jumping course as well, because they all want to do better than each other. Currently, Shift is in the lead. Don't hear that very often. Can Real Deal get further than he did? He's up quickly to the last platform, and he... Oh no! Real Deal! He realised he wasn't sprinting, so he tried to stop, and he just walked off the platform. Oh dear. Well, I guess Shift won. Next up, we have another newcomer. This is Digitized Havoc. This is a newcomer that might prove to be a promising competitor. One to watch out for. He's put in a lot of practice. Let's see if that practice pays off. This guy competed in Smokey's Tournament 20 and did pretty well on his debut on that course. Could he produce a similarly strong performance today? He's already at the ball drop. He's going for a crouching technique. He's going to go for a save jump technique, and he jumps right off, and he makes it work. Onto the pole maze. Gets up the pole on the second try. Can he get the head slide? Yes, he can. Making his way through and down nicely. 85 seconds left on the clock as he hits the jumping spider. He goes right for it, hits the trampoline. I thought he jumped a little bit late there, but he made it work. Now making his way through the inside of the spider. Taking his time a little bit. One more jump to go. No! Digitized comes up short! It was looking good. And then just like that, it came to an end. And with that, we can now move on to our first returning veteran. Next up on the course, we have Killer the Man. Killer is one of the unique competitors in terms of where he comes from, as he is representing New Zealand. This is Killer's 6th appearance on the course, having made his debut back in Tournament 15. His debut attempt in that tournament proved to be successful, as he joined an elite group of competitors as one of only 7 to reach the 3rd stage on his debut. Despite his best efforts though, and he gave it his best shot, ultimately his run came to an end at the 3rd obstacle, the curtain clink. On his 2nd appearance in Tournament 16, he did manage to clear Stage 1 again, but he unfortunately was unable to repeat his Stage 2 success. Although he did make it to the finish line, one simple mistake left him hanging. With the finish line in sight, he ran out of time and missed out on returning to Stage 3. Since then, it's all been downhill for Killer, as he's failed Stage 1 each time, 3 tournaments in a row, including back-to-back failures on the 5th obstacle, with the half-pipe attack taking him out in the last tournament. But Killer is determined to return to the 2nd stage. Will he achieve that in Tournament 20? Killer the Man. We see competitors compete from all over the world, and that's one of the reasons why I love seeing Killer compete on this course, as he is representing for the New Zealanders. How will he fare? Can he get his revenge on Stage 1 and make it back to Stage 2? This guy has done very well on the courses. You know, his first 2 appearances on this course were fantastic. He was the closest competitor ever to reaching the 3rd stage on both of his first 2 attempts. And when you consider the competitors that have competed on this course, that's no small feat. If you go check out Smokey's Tournament 16, you can see how far this guy gets on stage 3. And you don't get that far if you are not a good competitor. Killer is showing that so far as he flies through the first 3 obstacles and now is heading for the jumping spider. He hits the trampoline nicely and he's into it, making his way through the inside, going at a decent pace as well. A very decent pace, actually. He's got 70 seconds left, and now it's time for some revenge. Can he do this half-pipe attack? Can he get his revenge on it this time? No, Killer! He fails the half-pipe attack again! Killer is out on the first stage for the 4th time in a row. Killer, the man, it was almost a repeat of the last tournament. He got his jump wrong, and he hit his head on the head slide and just dropped into the water. The crowd watching on is gutted for Killer. They were hoping he had what it takes to succeed. But it wasn't enough. Killer the man is out again at the half-pipe attack. Utterly gutting for him. This veteran could get so far, but it was not to be in Tournament 20. Now we have reached number 32, and this is a significant number in Ninja Warrior of Halo history. In Tournament 4, Re95 stepped up for his 3rd appearance on the course, and he would write his name into the history books, changing this course forever. On his 3rd appearance, he crushed the first 3 stages to reach the final stage for a 2nd time, after first making it there on his debut 2 tournaments earlier. But this time around, he made his final stage attempt count, as he powered to the top of the tower within the time limit to become the first ever Grand Champion on this course. Considering the feat has only been achieved by one other person in the entire history of the show, it shows how truly incredible a moment it is. Some still consider it to be the greatest moment in the entire history of the course. And for that reason, we needed to find someone that was worthy of wearing this iconic number in Tournament 20. And we think we may have found that person. This is newcomer Extreme Gamer XX5. Already, just a great gamer tag in itself. I don't know what it is about it, but some sticks out to me as it being a great gamer tag. But this guy has shown plenty of promise in practice. Can he step up? The ultimate way for him to step up would be, of course, to achieve total victory, but I think that might be pushing it a little bit. Let's hope he can put on a solid performance, though. Through the first obstacle, at least, so it's not a major disaster. He's avoided complete car crash disaster. What about the ball drop? Going too fast, but not going too slowly down it. He dismounts before the 2nd drop. Now for the pole maze. Goes straight up. Sets himself up for the head slide. Is he going to get up here? Yes, he is. We're seeing plenty of competitors get past the ball drop and the pole maze, which caused so many problems in the last tournament. Now for the jumping spider. Was a little bit worried about this obstacle, but can he crack it? Yes, he can! Looking good, Mr. Extreme. Maybe he is an extreme gamer. He's on to the half-pipe attack. Nobody has cleared this obstacle so far. We've just seen Killer fail it. Can Extreme do it? Oh, he's into the head slide. He hits the stopper. He slows himself down. Extreme Gamer becomes the first competitor this tournament to clear the half-pipe attack. Oh, we picked a good guy here. He's onto the warped wall. Fails it on the first attempt with 38 seconds left on the clock. He doesn't want to spend too long here. There are obstacles still to conquer, and he's having trouble. He's taking long strides up towards the wall, and it's not helping him. He's still not close. This technique is not working for gamers. He's not anywhere near. He punches the wall. It's not going to get smaller just by punching it. Come on, gamer. Dig deep. He's even further away. 10 seconds. The klaxon sounds. Is he giving up? He knows he's beaten. Come on, one final push. Go for it. Oh, he was closer there. But it's still not enough. He's out of time at the warped wall. Oh, now he gets up it. That's convenient. That's going to be... He clears the half-pipe attack, but he still cannot complete the stage. Following on from Gamer, we had more competitors step up to the course and fall off the course. We then, first was Pancake 04, and if you thought Corpse's failure was bad on the ball drop, then you have to see this guy. I don't know what technique he was trying to go for here by plasma pistoling the ball, but as you can clearly see, it didn't work. Then we had Iron Forge 17T51, who did manage to get one obstacle further, but only failed at the pole maze. Then we had La Mira Piper 87, who tried to go for some weird double jump technique that somehow got him a double jump on the trampoline, and he ended up overshooting. I'm Exclusive tried to save himself on the ball drop, but it wasn't enough. Then we had Airsick Yak 95651, who became another victim on the returning rapid climb. Following on from him, we had Javelin 395024, who tried to cheat by walking along the track and then overshot the ball anyway. And finally, Cameron K. Smith, is that his name? Who did manage to get to the jumping spider, but got his jump wrong and hit the waters. And just like that, we have hit our 40th competitor. This is Ninja Aura Anna, our resident female competitor on the course, back for her third appearance. She's gone out on the first jump in both of her first two attempts. So will it be third time's the charm here? Yes, it will! Anna! I was quite surprised at that. Can she do the first obstacle? She's walking through, now she picks up the pace. Oh, Anna! Yes, she's done it! Anna has cleared the first obstacle for the first time ever. Nice job. Can she do the ball drop? Her buddy or partner in crime, Ninja Aura Brian, is not here today, so she's representing for the Auras. She gets past the first drop with a save jump. The second one. No, Anna! No! If you'd save jumped, you might have actually cleared 2 obstacles. She's out. And with that, that is now 40 attempts. No clears. Just one person passed the half-pipe attack. It actually means we've made an even worse start to this tournament than we did to the last one. And we all know how Tournament 19 turned out. Could this guy be the guy to lead the way? This is Strafe Helix. This is the guy formerly known as Vulcan 1610. He went out at the half-pipe attack in the last tournament. This is his 5th appearance. Actually, he's gone out on the 5th obstacle 3 times in the past. He seems to have a bit of a phobia with 5th obstacles. He's looking to turn that around today. He's got to, of course, get to the 5th obstacle first, though. His other failure on this course was on the 2nd obstacle, which was the classic rolling ball. He's taking this ball drop very quickly, though, and he flies through it nicely. Onto the pole maze. This guy first competed all the way back in tournament 15. Still chasing that first stage 1 success, though. No trouble with the pole maze. Now, this guy bumpade the jumping spider in the last tournament. You can no longer do that anymore. So has he learned the technique for the jump? Yes, he has. Got the trampoline very nicely and flies through the inside of the spider. Look at the time. He's gotten to the half-pipe attack quicker than anybody else so far. We've seen it can be done. Can Strafe get his revenge on this obstacle? Yes, he's into it. Hits the stopper, the bouncer, to slow himself down. And for the first time ever, Strafe clears the 5th obstacle. And he sets a personal best for the first time since his debut, which I guess technically that's by default. But it's a personal best nonetheless. The warped wall, he's struggling as well at it though on his 2nd attempt. Come on, Strafe, go for it. We believe in you. Yes, he's still got time. He's got a real chance now. The flying shoot, he goes right forward. He spring jumps. He lands straight on the bar. Can he get the dismount? Yes, he can. He's got 32 seconds left for the last 2 obstacles. Is this guy going to be our first clear of the tournament? He's heading up the rope ladder. The end is in sight. Nothing's going to stop Strafe now. Look at him go. Strafe Helix clears the first stage with 16 seconds left on the clock. And he's the first competitor this tournament in Tournament 20 to clear stage 1, and he fell off. Celebrations have been cut short a little bit. Strafe Helix. Vulcan. All he needed to do was change his name. That was clearly what was holding him back. Strafe made all of the obstacles look like a piece of cake, flew through the first half of the course, getting to the half-pipe attack with loads of time, and then he finally got past the 5th obstacle and took his revenge for his failure in the last tournament. It did take him 3 attempts to get up the warped wall, but he still had enough time in hand. A very clever technique as the first person to attempt the flying chute this tournament. And from there, he could celebrate as he secured his first ever Stage 1 clear on this tournament. And it now means he's cleared Stage 1 on all 3 of the major jumping courses. Well done to Strafe Helix. Now kicking off his run, hoping to replicate Strafe's success, we have Kink Sparkity, who's on the ball drop. This is his 3rd appearance on the course. This is another of the Roblox competitors. He uses the stopper on the ball drop there. Oh, yeah, it's fine, Kink. You're allowed to do that. And now he's onto the pole maze. Yeah, this is another one of the Roblox competitors that's made the transition to the Halo course. He's making his way through the pole maze. This is where he failed in the last tournament. And he is another competitor who gets his revenge. We've seen lots of competitors progress further than they did in the last tournament. Can this guy do the jumping spider? He's through nicely into the spider. Making his way through. Taking his time a little bit on the inside, but he got here in a reasonable pace. There's nothing wrong with taking your time on an obstacle that worries you. What about this half-pipe attack? We've finally seen it can be done. Can Kink do it? No, he jumps too late! Doesn't even get close to the head slide. Comes up short. Next up is a big Spartan with a big gun. This is Cheese's Life 5. Is that turret supposed to represent something else, Cheese? He's making his 2nd appearance. His first on his debut in the last tournament saw him slip up on the ball drop. So he will be hoping, like many others, that he can get further than he did last time. He has a new obstacle to contend with. Well, a new obstacle for him, a returning obstacle for some of the others, although not many competitors were around to attempt this rapid climb back in Halo Reach. He's onto the ball drop. This is the scene of his failure last time. His failure was really unexpected. He had a crouching technique that seemed to be working, and he got the ball to the very end, only to then fall off. He's going for the crouch technique again, and he falls again on the ball drop. He falls even earlier than he did last time. Cheese is out again. Now we can move on to our next competitor. What's happening here? We've got a squad. 2 of them are teabagging in. One's just walking in. And now one of them's killing the rest of them. What is going on here? This is very odd. This is... oh, God. This is Black Chris, a newcomer. Interesting gamer tag, I have to say. Let's see how he does. 130 seconds for 9 obstacles. Surprised that got through the Xbox service, the Xbox gamer tags, to be honest. Well, actually, sorry, I say that like it's a rude gamer tag. I suppose there's nothing really rude about it. He's just saying it how it is. You know, he's dressed in black armor, and maybe his name's Chris. He's apparently on this resume that he wrote, he's part of a comedy duo. Although he didn't say who the other member of the comedy duo is. But he's looking pretty good on this course right now. His people that were with him at the start line, his posse, his gang, are happy right now, still teabagging. Another thing he wrote on his resume is that he's only here because he wants to get out of the hood. Anybody want to explain to me what that means? But he's onto the half-pipe attack. This is the obstacle he was worried about more than anyone. Oh my goodness! That was very, very close. He is a very, very lucky boy right now. But he's still surviving, and now he's onto the warped wall. Look at how much time he has left on the clock. He has flown through the course so far, gets up the warped wall on the second try, and now goes straight into the flying chute. He almost overshoots the bar, but he saves it, and now he's out the other side. 50 seconds left on the clock for 2 obstacles. Where has this guy come from? This newcomer is about to absolutely destroy the first stage. Is he going to get the record time? The record is 33.2 seconds. He tries to spring jump, and that costs him. He's not going to get the record time. But look at how much time he has left. What an unbelievable performance. And yet, very much real. Because we just watched it. Black Chris. What a performance. He was flying through the course so quickly, I couldn't keep up with him. He did get one very lucky break, though, here on the half-pipe attack. He almost got kicked out of the headslide, and inadvertently, that helps him save even more time. He slipped up on the warped wall once, and then he tried to spring jump to finish the last obstacle. Those 2 slips may have cost him from getting the fastest ever clear time on this course. But it is still the second fastest ever clear time we've ever seen, and it's been achieved by a complete unknown. What a performance. His gang are very happy with that. Why is that guy shooting a tree? And just like that, in the blink of an eye, we've gone from having no successes to 2 competitors through. Unfortunately, the success did not continue as our next 3 competitors slipped up. Smokey's long-lost brother, Edward Massacre, slipped up at the jumping spider. Sergio Tops tried to slide jump his way past the first obstacle. And then we had another returning competitor from the past, Frickett, making his first appearance since tournament 15, crashed out because he went too fast across the pole maze. Stepping up to take on the ball drop, we have Ironbug Champion, back for his 13th appearance on the course. This guy's been competing since tournament 8 and he hasn't missed a tournament. Flies through that nicely and now makes his way to the pole maze. This is where he failed in the last tournament. This guy is really experienced when it comes to this course, knows how to do these obstacles, but he's just never managed to put it together to get a stage 1 clear, despite his experience. Oh, he hit his head, or he hit himself on one of the columns, going up the head slide, and that costs him. And now he overshoots the pole, and he's out again on the pole maze. Ironbug, 13th time was not the charm. What on earth is going on here? Why is this guy getting laser surgery performed on his you-know-what? Is this broadcastable? Can we show this? This is Siren. Also known as Crit... Wait. No. Oh well, I don't know. Anyway, Siren is back again today. Look at the bullet holes on the first obstacle. What on earth were they doing in that intro? He's back for his 4th appearance today, Siren. He went out on the jumping spider in the last tournament, like several top competitors did. Prior to that, he got to the flying chute in both of his first 2 attempts. He's looking to get back there today. First, though, he's got to get past the jumping spider. This took him out. Will it do him again? No, it will not. Although he has still got the inside to do, but most competitors, apart from Digitized, have managed to get through the inside of the spider. Now he's on to the half-pipe attack. Fly straight into that, but he's too eager, and he doesn't get a jump. And that is another competitor out at the half-pipe. And with that, guys, we have reached run number 50. And whoever this guy is, he's eyeing up the tower. Does that mean he has high hopes of getting there in this 20th tournament? Well, it is quite a target for a newcomer, because he is a newcomer. This is Petrillo Fam 4. This guy has big expectations on his day, and perhaps he has a good reason though, because on his debut on Smokey's course in Tournament 20, he completed the first stage. So he clearly has some ability. Will he be able to use that ability to clear stage 1 on his debut on this course? Looking pretty good so far. Quickly exits the ball drop, and he makes it work. Onto the pole maze. Doesn't get it up on the first time. Oh, almost overshoots it on the second attempt, though. Almost pulls an iron bug. But he saves it nicely and is up the head slide first time. It's down the other side. And now, for his first real test, the jumping spider. This sorts out the men from the boys. And Petrillo is a man. Gets inside it nicely. Moves through the inside reasonably quickly. And now he's on to the half-pipe attack. This has been causing all kinds of damage so far. But can Petrillo do it? He's into the head slide. He hits the stopper. Can he get the dismount? Yes, he can. He's onto the warped wall. Can he beat this as well? Oh, he almost gets it on the first attempt. Just comes up short. Second attempt. No! Come on, Petrillo. You gotta get up this wall. Yes, he's up it third time. He still has enough time here. Could we see a second newcomer clear stage 1? He goes for the flying chute, lines himself up. He jumps. He comes up short. Petrillo is out on the flying chute. Oh, Petrillo, it was looking so good. He started off really well. He clearly had his techniques down, as we saw on the ball drop and on the jumping spider. Half-pipe attack, which has caused so many problems, was no trouble at all for him. But then the panic maybe started to set in. It took him 3 attempts to get up the warped wall, and that cost him time. Maybe he rushed it when he got to the flying chute. His jump wasn't too bad, but he jumped just a little bit too late and didn't have the height to reach the pole. And Petrillo, who cleared stage 1 on his debut on Smokey's course, fails to do so on this course. And just like that, guys, we've reached the halfway point in stage 1. 50 challengers have now made their attempt at the first stage, and although we've seen several competitors improve on their performances in the last tournament, they have simply found a later obstacle in the course standing in their way, with the half-pipe attack in particular causing an unbelievable amount of damage. Of the 50 attempts, only 4 people have managed to get past the half-pipe attack so far. But of those 4 challengers, 2 of them have managed to defeat the first stage. Strafe Helix proved it was 5 times the charm for him on the 5th obstacle, and he finally booked himself a spot on the second stage. But then he was followed by an unbelievable performance by the newcomer Black Chris, who flew around the course in almost a record-breaking time. 31.8 seconds left on the clock. And Strafe, whose time, to be fair, wasn't too bad in itself. Whilst these 2 can prepare for stage 2, next time round we have a veteran making his grand return to the course, more of our Halo 5 successors hoping to get some revenge after the last tournament, and a historic name in Halo jumping makes his debut on this course. I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode. If you have, like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you guys again next time for episode 2. Until then, I've been Hunter Unit 751. Goodbye, guys.